आपके भी सिंप्लिसिटी के लिए वो हमेशा बहुत बोलते हैं, which is सर कुछ चाय पानी हो गया? चाय का पोस्ट कर दो। आ गया। बड़ी बड़ी बात है वो। सर चाय चीनी पोस्ट कर दो। बहुत चीन और पुश कर लीजिए लड़के को, इसमें जो लगाने का है आप इधर से बैठे ना सर, भैया बोलिए ना तो वो अच्छे
आपका
it's a nice place.
तो इसलिए आपको मैं सोचा कि पर दिखा दूं यहाँ पर.
So therefore this called leadership. If you are not the president of the institute, it never happened here.
हाँ नहीं होता.
मैंने बोल कर
सर इतना मेहनत है, 50 मीटिंग करी है.
नहीं बस वाले
बात में कंटिन्यूअस ट्रस्ट है यहाँ पे, जो भी जाके कंप्लीट करो.
because of this only. Actually क्या हुआ ना जब कपलिश बिकम सी मतलब प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ द इंस्टीट्यूट किसी में चला है मिलेगा 10 मिनट मैंने स्पोर्ट टू ऑफिस सर दिस इज ऑलरेडी सीएम प्लस आपको बाद में लैंड में क्या होता है सो चेंज करो प्लस जगह पे that today what several
Yes. Yeah, I worked last
संदीप हमने एक शुरू भी आकर संदीप सर मैं आपको इसका एग्जांपल देता हूँ. हमारा एक जियो के बाहर भी आए तो सिंगापुर इंस्टीट्यूट के लोग भी आए थे तो उनको हम लोग को बिल्डिंग दिखाई बस ये एक फ्लोर है सिंगापुर में जाके आए कल एक फ्लोर है तो हमने बोला कि हमारे वो गए एक एमओयू नहीं हो रहा था गए जो एमओयू साइन किया बोला जो भी सीए 6 महीने से ज़्यादा सिंगापुर में रहेगा उसको एसोसिएट मेंबर से उसी का दवा नहीं करेंगे पागल हो गए क्योंकि दे वर्क ऑन आइसोलेशन एक फ्लोर ले लिया एक और ले लिया ऐसी 135 बिल्डिंग हमारी ठीक है इस स्टेजर की नहीं है
कुछ भी I was just telling you that I'm proud of my institute great ना ऐसा प्रोफेसर बॉडी किसके पास अरे अभी आज तो एआई में इसका काम कर तो मालूम ही नहीं
इन्होंने चालू करी.
ये मैंने बनाई
he told me he told me he started because of you he told me
सर ये इंस्टीट्यूट की ये अपनी लेगेसी है कि ये आफ्टर ये कुछ होता रहे
लेकिन ये बहुत अच्छा किया
यूनिट के आने के बाद भी काफी रिफ्रेशमेंट में काफी सफाई है.
एआई में हम वी आर नाउ लीडर इन ऑल अकाउंटिंग बोर्ड जो एआई में हमने काम किया है. आज 3 दिन का कोर्स 5000 रुपये में 400 से ज़्यादा बैच हो चुके हैं ऑल इंडिया. एवरी मेंबर वांट टू आपने क्या बैच
मैं नहीं किया.
आपने किया कैसा
Wonderful experience.
3 दिन का है 5000 रुपये
One of a kind experience.
ये कौन कंडक्ट करता है?
इंस्टीट्यूट करती है
Institute.
ही इज द चेयरमैन नाउ दिस ईयर.
ओके. इस बार अंदर मेरे को 3,000 हाँ.
Calcutta में है सर.
ओके. ऑनलाइन में क्या?
नहीं physical batch.
लैपटॉप लेके के अपने आपका फिट करा दे.
बड़ी experience है.
6 तारीख से कितने कौन कंट्री से आते हैं? सब जगह से
3 दिन के 3 फैकल्टी है सर.
ओके.
3 दिन के 3 अलग फैकल्टी.
तो हमने क्या किया उसमें एआई में जैसे 5000 लिस्टेड कंपनी है उसके एनवायरमेंट को डाल दिया एआई तो सीएजी की नाम ना अब आपको 5000 कंपनी है नेम ऑफ द ऑडिटर दिस
रजत के
एक सिस्टम बना के वो लिस्टेड
अभी मैं निकल गया
70 सेक्टर्स. एग्रीकल्चर, पेंट इंडस्ट्री, आर्ट इंडस्ट्री और ऐसे 70 सेक्टर्स के बैलेंस शीट्स को लेके उसके अंदर डेटा डाल दिया 4 से. और अब उसके अंदर आप ड्यू डिलिजेंस करो, सेक्टर एनालिसिस करो, आपके क्लाइंट्स का पैरामीटर समझे करो, प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट बनाने हैं, जो वैल्यूएशंस करना है वो सब वो जीपीटी का.
ये फट आउट के पास नहीं है जो बात और एवरी क्वार्टर उसको ऐड करना है एवरी क्वार्टर का जैसे
है उसको अपडेट करते हैं.
जो एनालिस्ट हैं फंड हाउस हैं इन्वेस्टर्स उनके पास ये कौन से मानते हैं
उसका काम की जरूरत नहीं ये सब हो गया
मैं बोला कि किसी को मिलेगा कल हमने बोला कल किसी को मिलेगा
और we has opened the secrets for our members.
amazing the real amazing इस ये में इतना लीडरशिप में अभी तो मैंने बोला ये वाला एग्रीकल्चर के ऊपर करते हैं एक्चुअली क्या है हमारे देश में मैं पार्टी के लिए क्या है पूरा गैप उसके
आपने जो बोला ना ऐसा ही वाला रूरल इकोनॉमी वो सही है पर कैपिटल इनकम फोर्थ लार्जेस्ट से कोई कंपनी के लिए कोई कंपनी ठीक है हम लोग बोलते हैं पब्लिकली बोलते हैं लेकिन इन जनरल भी लोग
देखो ये नॉलेज की बेसिस क्या मैं कॉमर्स मिशन में शुरू किया था डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल ग्रोथ करो डिस्ट्रिक्ट में पहला
शायद उसी से वो 1.1 डिस्ट्रिक्ट आया
बाद में आया लेकिन मेरा आइडिया उससे बहुत ब्रॉड था मैं कहता हूँ कि हर डिस्ट्रिक्ट का 3-4% से बढ़ना चाहिए हेलो हाँ सुरेश बाबू हाँ अभी कितना 5:30 का फ्लाइट है ना So I'll come back. 4:30 बजे तक हम चलेगा 4:30 तक. अरे कोई चीज में आगे उधर नहीं है. 4:30 तक आ जाए.
कैसे हो ठीक है क्या बात है इसको विकास नहीं चाह दिया हुआ है
मैं आपको पॉइंट करता हूँ.
ठीक है लेक्चर से बड़ा करना पड़ता हो क्योंकि रेगुलर मीटिंग नहीं होती
बहुत मुझे बताइए. ये सस्टेनेबल है. एक आदमी का इनकम है हर मिनट का 1 करोड़ रुपये. एक आदमी का साल में अभी कर जाते हैं पूरा दिन में 100 रुपये मिले
गैप है और अभी डीबीटी में जो आप दे रहे हैं बस वही पैसे लोग ले रहे हैं जो ऑनलाइन ट्रांसफर कर रहे हैं गैप तो मतलब जितना यूज कर सको
अभी मैं एक्सपोर्ट कागज पे तो रुकी नहीं दो चार दिन खाली क्योंकि इसी से निकल ट्रांसफर है
इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर होने से आपका माइंडसेट बदलता है इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर अगर कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है ना बिल्कुल कैसे अभी आपने ब्रांडिंग देखी बाहर से निकल आई से लोग पूछते ही क्या है उससे आपका लोगों का जो नहीं जानता है इसे वो मालूम पड़ता है इसे एक इंस्टीट्यूशन है
ऐसी का ब्रांडिंग अभी बहुत रियल है लेकिन ऑनेस्टली 20-25 साल पहले और आज बहुत फर्क है. बहुत रिस्पेक्टेड हो गया.
सर दैट इज आल्सो विदाउट एनी सिंगल रुपी फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट
गवर्नमेंट से जितना दूर है उतना ऑफिसर को बोलता था डोंट ट्राई टू गेट इनटू ये कब्जे में लेने का कोई इतना काम
ब्यूरोक्रेट का काम होता
और एक्चुअली क्या है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन मिनिस्टर को इतना मतलब ब्यूरोक्रेट को देना मिनिस्टर नाम तो उनको कोई पता नहीं चलता है कब इतना
मिनिस्टर कितना बिजी है सब कुछ नहीं देखता
वो देखते हो उसको मालूम नहीं पड़े ये सब ऑफिसर लोग अपने काम करने के लिए
सर आज आईएमएस वगैरह को कमेटी दी है आप देखिएगा ब्यूरोक्रेट कैसे उसको आईएमएस में लोग क्या है
ये अभी मैं पहले आगे से पहले जैसे वगैरह आता है उनको भी बोलता था आप काम करो एक पॉलिटिशियन के पीछे जा रहे हैं गवर्नमेंट क्या कर सकते हैं एक्ट का पार्लियामेंट से प्रेसिडेंट का गड़बड़ करेगी वो आदमी कर तो ज़्यादा करेंगे उसको पता करेगी क्यों इतना पैसा है.
They have not left Mandir temples. This is a gold hatching institute. They will not use it. And the moment it goes into government trust, they
डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाएगा. वो क्या चलेगा सर मेंबरशिप ड्यून ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है तो क्या लेते हैं
सारे फंडिंग मेंबर्स शुड के उनकी फीस
उनको क्या लेते हैं क्या गवर्नमेंट
का gold hatching.
Sir, you have gone through the entire circle of from commerce, civil aviation, to environment, chemicals, you have seen the the entire gamut of everything. ADAI, yes, ADAI and ICAI decided. So now this turbulence and this whatever, जो eccentricity चल रहा है, whatever, this 25% export reliant जो houses हैं, उनके ऊपर कितना, what is your reading? How much this 29% tariff, US tariff, will have an effect on the?
People actually, we are not only put on engaged in most of the countries in the world. I don't think you get 50%. You get
US 15%, but Vietnam and this.
So ultimately what it means that, see, no tariff everybody has. So that's the same thing. Now if it is 25% tariff, everybody does the same thing. 0% for one thing. 25% is something like that situation same. People suffer with America. So they are the ones who will actually pay for the tariff. So the rest of the world को क्या फर्क पड़ता है? You are going to export. Suppose if there is a demand in a product of the class of demand, and it was costing 100 rupees or it is costing 200 rupees, for example. People will buy this, that is all. Or if I need the glass, I pay 100 rupees or 200 basic. So demand जब तक है, तब तक tariff won't matter. Now demand goes down, तो demand ही नहीं है, product के लिए that's a different situation, completely altogether different. So right now, India is subjected to tariff. So other countries subject to tariff.
But ordinary markets, sorry sir, but ordinary markets say our garments, textiles, some that
You are the exporters of garments and textiles. Which are the countries?
Basically, Bangladesh, India.
Vietnam,
All countries are subjected to tariff.
19%, 20%,
I think for three members, the difference is maybe 5-6%. 5-6% profit or margin भी होता है, तो ज़्यादा पैसा थोड़ा profit कम होगा. Government can give some subsidy. Government, that's what I want to suggest to parents. आप दीजिए subsidy लोगों को, अपने exporter को दीजिए ना subsidy. What is the matter? 5-6% का issue है.
कुछ दिन
Then actually we'll have to incentivize our
5% में क्या problem है आपको? US का export I think must be about $100 billion.
Ours is 86-87 for us.
Yeah, so suppose $100 billion. उसमें सब में और James and Jewelry is also one of the major. James and Jewelry value addition is even 5%. But you import gold, make jewelry and export. So making charges are 10%. So 10% of, so you are not calculating, you cannot calculate $100 billion import of value addition कितना है उसमें? James and Jewelry value addition is only 5%. So that is the only way that the government को subsidize करना पड़ेगा. उसमें क्या restriction? ये सब क्या है ना हमारे पास एक तो पहले हम लोगों को we should not have their expectation of people बहुत कुछ होने वाला है US का डील होने वाला है ये होने वाला है लेकिन सबको लगा US के डील के बाद इंडिया का पॉवर्टी खत्म इंडिया का अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट खत्म इंडिया में जितने बेच रहे उतने बेचने वाले क्या ज़्यादा बेचने वाले
And in which ways our trade deficit is only 4%, sir.
As it is, Trump has said every country has to pay minimum 10%. पहले नहीं तो हो गया आगे डील होने के बाद 10% तो लीगलाइज करने वाले
चलिए एक बार अपना सर ऑर्डर करेंगे ऑब्जेक्शन करेंगे
Thank you so much. I welcome all of you to this new COE. The brainchild and ultimate was inaugurated by our own Auditor in this meeting. And we are also fortunate that we have with us Sresh Prabhuji, and we are fortunate that we also have with us Mr. from the Haldar, and he is one of the speaker in today's session of one of the association of the countries of the Kolkata. Before going further, I request to please start the motto song of the ICAI. Please rise for the minute.
यैषस्सुप्तेषु जाग्रति यैषस्सुप्तेषु जाग्रति कामं 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 पुरुषो निर्विमानः निर्विमानः तदेव शुक्र एतद्वैता 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 एतद्वैता
Thank you so much for coming here. Now I request to please give your value by interesting ourselves by register.
Where's? Hold. Sir, we will take your leave. हमारा उसमें प्रोग्राम में हमारा सेशन है जहाँ से आया है और ये चेयरमैन आपके साथ हैं तो फिर ना आप थोड़ा बहुत करके फिर आप एयरपोर्ट पर फिर हमें बात करें ओके
थैंक यू सर
फोटो लिया
फोटो सबको भेज देना सर
आपका जो फोटो था वो भी दे भाई सोशल मीडिया पे डाल
यस ठीक है वो भेज देना
अभी वाला तो आप इधर आइए माय डियर फ्रेंड यू कम हियर आई विल एक्सप्लेन और यू कम हियर आप इधर
आप नजदीक आ जाओ
This is what was touted as very big work. Deal had happened. How much would have been the duty? You know?
Base duty would have been 10%.
There are items which are something 0%. So that would have become 10%.
कुछ उनको करने का है, let him do it, but 10%.
So 10% minimum होने वाला ही था minimum. 10% at base we would not have agreed 10%. 15-20% वैसे भी होने वाला ही था. And by doing that, after putting 15-20 like European Union done, would have accepted आप agriculture भी export करो ये भी करो. What is the benefit of it? We are legalizing something. अभी I am sitting on this chair. So I am sitting here for some time. Now I say now I took a good opportunity. I will say कि chairman is that he signed the agreement. This is your chair. You can come and sit every now and then. If I not here, not signed it, we could have removed it from here. Now we are accepting I am sitting here. It's my right to be sitting here in my chair. Yes, signed agreement. Which is better? If I had not signed the agreement, was good, or yes, signed the agreement is good.
मार के मेरा गला काट के वो एग्रीमेंट तो सही नहीं है.
What sir is saying is anyway 10%, 15% was there.
More than
20% was market discounted.
20% वो तो आपका
20% was market
और
discounted.
20% you are accepting. अरे संदीप प्लानिंग जो होता ना केवढ्याच नका आपण सोमवार नंतर तर मला सोमवारी बोलल्यानंतर मग आपण पोस्ट सो 20% होने वाला ही था करेक्ट 5% ज्यादा होगा तो 5% ज्यादा होगा उसके बदले में हम लोग क्या क्या देने वाले 20% जब होने वाला था तो एग्रीकल्चर
उसका मांसाहारी डेयरी फार्म हम लोग लेने वाले थे उसका दूध जो है which was becoming नॉन वेज दूध that we were supposed to get.
सर आपको नहीं लगता है had our government had our diplomacy been do you think बहुत short में instead of बहुत short में मैं आपसे पूछता हूँ you are no more in this decision making but diplomacy अगर थोड़ा you have to be a bit shrewd. You have to be a bit shrewd journalist. You call me a journalist, but because of the such ceasefire, he did or not, he talked about it or not, he equated it with a better deal or not. These are all eccentricities. But diplomacy थोड़ा ठीक करने से आज to export houses to सफल करना
No, I'm not saying एक्सपोर्ट हाउस को बेनिफिट मिलेगी तो एग्रीमेंट तो पूरा क्या है अच्छा ही तो ऐसा होने वाला था कि वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि एग्रीमेंट करने के बाद एग्रीमेंट से 20% एवरीबॉडी वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग कि 20% लगने वाला है
और उसने सबको दिया तो अपने को दे दिया अच्छा अपने पास अच्छा अदरवाइज वोटिंग है आज भी सामने वाला बोल रहा है कि हम 8 दिन अभी उसने डेवलप किया
सर यहाँ पर क्वेश्चन ये
डेवलप द डेट
Actually, he has not signed it, sir. So we're telling कि 8 तारीख से sign this document लागू हो चुका है. This agreement is 1st of August has been delayed to 8th of August.
For which one?
This tariff
In which country?
for us, India.
Okay.
Right.
can you believe kind of
अब वही विचार डिफरेंट किया है because ये withdrawn our purchase of the
ऐसे कुछ है.
यार नाटी एक साल की
इससे नहीं वो कैंसिल कर दिया है
ये सर ये गवर्नमेंट मैसेज इस तरह का पॉलिसी बन रहा है आई थिंक ऐसा तो क्लेम तो नहीं कर रहा है
it is not a big purchase it is market भाई
बोल रहा है कि लागू जाएगा वैसा बोल रहा है कि अभी तक
अरे तेल कब बेचते थे
वो 8 दिन तक
नहीं बेचते थे वो कब तेल बेचते हैं रशिया से लेने लगे तब तो हमको बोनस देते
और हम हमारे साथ में कुछ डिस्कवरी होगा क्या होगा क्या क्या सब बातें हो रही हैं
ये एक्चुअली कॉमन स्टेबिलिटी अप्रोच दिस इज कॉल्ड
I think we should start some discussion, open discussion, so that we can discuss a lot of things, national, international, and commerce, industry, everything. So,
please
because I think we need not to introduce that to all of you because he is well known each and everything. I think that will waste the quality time of the discussion. So, I open the house for the discussion for with sir. And I start first on the Vijay stage. So please put your point what you want to ask from sir.
Sir, I would like to put one question. That's like topic of today is like what are the role and opportunities you feel like for the series in the Viksit Bharat program? So let's start with that, sir.
So that will be called.
Okay.
That will be the part of the recording. Other than that,
One question is we are facing few clients who are into MSMEs and there are guidelines of 15 and 45 days payment. But we are finding clients who are being not paid with PSUs as well. So how is the government addressing that? Because if PSUs don't extend that support to the MSMEs, it will be very difficult for us to implement that law.
So what is the question?
So there is one MSME Act, sir. So according to that, the client has to pay the other MSME within 15 and 45 days, whatever. And the PSUs as of now, they are not extending the support to the MSMEs, but they are not following the guidelines of payments. So the MSMEs are into serious crunch of working cycle capital and working capital cycle. So how is the government addressing that?
Act तो बना दे और क्या जरूरत करें? Implement करना दे.
Just for the sake of compliances, we are doing it, sir.
Then once the act is passed out the land, so now implementation is to happen. Then these issues will get addressed. Right?
I want to add मतलब there is a practical problem in there.
Practical.
I agree with you. 100% I am aware of the problem. I am saying government को implement करना दे. That's what I am saying. Act में problem नहीं है. There is no problem with the act. But reality में नहीं.
अभी सर ये टेक्सटाइल मार्केट में ना यूज टू नहीं थे क्योंकि जीएसटी नया दैट इज द न्यू इम्प्लीमेंट जीएसटी का हुआ है. आज भी उन लोग तैयार नहीं है, प्रोफेशनल हायर नहीं करते हैं, मतलब प्रोफेशनली मैनेज आई थिंक लोग नहीं है और वो लोग इस चीज को उतारना भी नहीं चाहते कि हम लोग जीएसटी करें, बैंक अकाउंट करें. ऐसा हो सकता है कि टाइम टू कम आएगा तो दे विल यूज टू और इस तरह से आगे बढ़ेंगे. देन वी विल डेफिनेटली दे इकोनॉमी में
There is one way to look at it is उधर जाके इंस्पेक्टर बिठा लो कुछ. Is that a good idea? वो corruption और बढ़ेगा. Regulation नहीं आएगा, corruption बढ़ेगा. So ये तो it's a question matter of time. Those who are not doing next generation आएंगे वो ये इंस्पेक्शन करना चाहिए. बैंक के साथ काम करना चाहिए. देखो it's a transition phase.
Yeah, actually, I would interrupt, sir. This is like an image question for the government's sake because they have to also register on the trade portal where they can auction their sales invoices and collect their money from the trade portal, right? But the PSUs are also not registering their invoices on that portal.
So this is what I'm telling you is the issue of implementation. Now one part of implementation is the government agency. Now we talk about something else. We talk about external market maybe formal economy idea. That's what you are saying.
yes.
What you are saying is that. So that what we bring, one is that वो तो simple issue है. ये सिनेरियो को प्लेट करो, ये सुपीरियर कर रहे.
So that is what they cannot complain because they are getting the chunk of work from the PSU and everything.
So police suppose इनके घर के नीचे मैंने जाके illegal एक वाइन शॉप खोल दिया. So what is the solution for it? Wine shop उधर लग नहीं सकता. But still they wine shop करते. They have to make complaint to police. कि नहीं. So आपका ये वो PSU नहीं कर रहा, you have to file but क्यों नहीं कर रहा? So that's the only way it can happen. Now he's talking about something else. It is a very simple thing. What you are saying is actually simple to happen. Complaint करो, क्यों नहीं कर रहे? वो law है. Why you are not following law? PSU नहीं करे तो आप complaint नहीं कर सकते. ये उनको भी तकलीफ है ना, उनके पीछे वाइन शॉप वाला आएगा, उनको पकड़ के मारेगा, वो भी कंप्लेंट. ऐसा तो होगा ही ना. See, so what you are saying कि PSU नहीं करे, गवर्नमेंट ने क्या लॉ में लिखा है कि PSU नहीं करेगा?
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है.
They are violating the law. So how do you correct it?
That is what I am saying, sir.
What is the solution according to you?
Solution is you should be suggesting what's the solution, sir. Because I think there should be a platform where you can communicate to the government that this is an issue.
This is not the law of the land. Somebody is not implementing the law. You must force them to implement. वो कोर्ट में जाके फाइल करो, तो एक रीट फाइल करो. ये लॉ को वायलेट कर दे.
Sir, he is Shri, the secretary of EIRC. I have been chairman and secretary.
I mean, that is one part. The second part is what he is talking about is the textile. सब लोग नहीं, that's a different matter. वो लोग कानून है वैसे तो that also what is legal also illegal because they should also maintain. लेकिन उसमें solution नहीं रहता है उसके लिए. Solution है कि इंस्पेक्टर आके बिठा हुआ है. इंस्पेक्टर देखे नहीं कर रहा है कि नहीं कर रहा, तो वो पैसा खाएगा उसका. तो बिजनेस को और डुबाएगा. और एक दफे अंदर आ गया इंस्पेक्टर. पहले हमारे पास एक्साइज हुआ था, एक्साइज इंडिया जीएसटी के पास में, जीएसटी के पास में बहुत सब्सिडी हो गई. So there should be one inspector sitting every day in big company. वो लोग बोलते थे आप ज़्यादा टाइम भी नहीं देते उसको जाने दो.
Which is a privilege. कभी राष्ट्रीय 2-3 साल में सर जो चेंजेस आया है मैं ये appreciate गवर्नमेंट का जो डिजिटल ट्रांजैक्शंस है ना, जो ऑनलाइन पेमेंट है ना, इससे इकोनॉमी जरूर बूस्ट होगी. तो क्या सब्जी वाले
आपको क्या बोल रहा था?
हाँ, गुटखा वाले
आपका जो इशू है डिजिटल ट्रांजैक्शन आप जो बोल रहे हैं, ये जो इशू है this is the implementation. Simple implementation issue. आप नहीं कोई तो if you say कि मैं भी कैसे बोलूँगा, फिर कौन बोलेगा?
हाँ, किसी को तो आगे बढ़ना पड़ेगा.
will have to balance cat.
It has to be like unknown one.
कोई बोलेगा इधर और फिर भी एस्पेक्टिव क्यों होना चाहिए? लॉ में तो लिखा नहीं है कि कोई एग्जम्पशन दिएगा.
माइंड सेटअप का बात.
Sir, probably his expectation, not question. His expectation is that there should be a wide platform wherein I go and I make a complaint. My name is not disclosed. So I am not.
RTI करो ना.
वो RTI करो, बराबर है.
उन्नतन कर लो बहुत कुछ. लेकिन बस
कमाने
के अलावा कुछ एक्स्ट्रा करना पड़ेगा.
हाँ.
बहुत सीधी इतना वो एजुकेशन that's why I'm giving example. कोई ड्रग वाला है, कोई बाय इसके they are powerful people who are just planning it. If you but he doesn't complain, तो illegal है हो जाएगा. नहीं अगर उसका कमेंट करें.
Right. That is also logical.
Your problem is also his problem. Your problem is one that you will lose business. His problem is he can lose his life.
Right.
But somebody will have to take it.
Now what you are
And
saying,
it is a
that's what I was meaning. So it will happen over a period of time. Because क्या होता है when you don't have any account, आपके पास सब कैश का ट्रांजैक्शन है, आपको लगता है बहुत अच्छा है. पर बैंक में आप लोगों को फुटप्रिंट ही नहीं है. So when you go to the bank, तो क्या उठाओ, तो क्या है, तो मैं बात नहीं करती हूँ पैसे. After some time, they will realize you are better to pay tax, but to have proper balance sheets, buy some account with the bank. So
It's a matter of understanding, and that will happen.
So we have also had instances like in South. So we have also had instances in South where people are getting notices for the UPI that comes to If that's the case, it will be very difficult for the people are getting notices for the UPI payments and all. It has come to like recently. And in South, people have stopped taking payments in UPI and converted again into cash. So that's how it digital economy.
It cannot be very common in the institutional village. It doesn't happen all over.
It has started in
Actually, income tax, nowadays they have this type of information. If you go to foreign abroad, there is is it shown in there or not? You buy a car, it is listed. So that is what we call IT system. Income department generates that information. I am not practicing anymore, so I don't know.
26 days. 26 days. So it is 26 days or annual information statement to submit.
So that was, so basically that system was there, right? So this what we are saying is part of that only. Because UPI में इतना payment अपने खर्चे के कहाँ से आ पैसा उनके पास? That must be the notice.
Actually, it's like widespread and everyone is kind of getting South notices. What I have heard from my friends in Bangalore.
मैंने heard तो देखो ये problem होता है कोई अपना year करता है year में दिखा नहीं पड़े South में क्यों करेंगे कोई something must have and if it is only in South that means somebody localized कोई maybe even playing a mischief also. आई welcome
सर ये UPI का जो प्रसंग आ गया है एक चीज सिर्फ पूछने का है कि हमें
आई आप लोग बैठे हैं
हम बगल में ठीक
बहुत करेक्ट होने से भी क्या है तो अपने को वी हैव टू ब्रिंग द पास्ट टू फॉर आवर प्रोफेशन और मेरा 80 है 85 अगर 89
what they are looking here, so I am telling.
सर वहां पर
और बगल में ये है आपका भाई आप लोग को
Krishna, by the way, are you associated with Ashok
not professionally practice
relation में क्या?
रिलेशन में मतलब 2-3 पेमेंट लिस्ट में आ जाएंगे
Okay.
बट नॉट डायरेक्टली पास कोई वैसा नहीं है मतलब रिकॉर्डिंग हो रहा है ना करेक्ट
हाँ हाँ
बंद कर
और इनके सबके सामने 70 साल क्या सुना
बनाने
तो 22 मिनट तो 4 बज गए मैं 5 बजे
So, what much time period?
I will take here time of 20 minutes. I will take 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Dear members, Team EIRC welcomes. Our team EICAI-EIRC Ethics Youth Empowerment, which reflects our deep-rooted vision since 1949. The responsibility of EIRC is to serve 30,000 members and 60,000 CA graduates. The enlightenment to help us in carving the future driven by integrity, independence and excellence. Let us start a journey to build a vibrant EIRC.
Sir, for my
hello, hello viewers. Today we have with us Sresh and we are fortunate that we could get this research time with among us, and we want to have some discussion with him on the technical part and on other technical parts. So welcome sir to this Institute of ICAI-EIRC, and my first question on behalf of others is that please say something about your childhood and how you are serving in such a position despite of that you are having enough time to spend with us. Enough time to spend with us.
See, firstly, my childhood. Yeah, of course, I grew up with a very happy household. Thanks to my grandmother, mother, my father, and my 3 sisters. So living together. And I have always been very fortunate to be a recipient of a huge amount of love from all. Siblings, love is a different thing. Like I have 2 younger sisters. So they always, my youngest one, she did PhD mathematics, postgrad, computer engineering, she wrote many books on mathematics. She is in them. But siblings is one. My father was in one age, when I was time was far more educated. My mother, when she was born in a village.
Okay.
And she lost her mother at a very young age. So father taught her French. And she was growing up, she had this ability to French. Of course, she could not speak afterward because she never had an opportunity to converse in that language. So my family was my support strength. So as a child, I never imagined I would ever be a chartered accountant or be in politics. But of course, I always liked politics in a sense. I never applied for a ticket.
Okay.
I was invited to join politics. I never applied for a ticket. I won 4 times Lok Sabha, twice Rajya Sabha. I never applied for it. So it was fortunate. But God has been very kind. Of course, when you correctly asked me, your adulthood is shaped when you are a child. Whether you like it or not. The formative years of your value system, what you call it as the DNA, when you are born with the DNA. But post-birth, the DNA of your future is to get built up in your childhood.
Yes.
So that's what people, the samskar that we get, or the upbringing that happens around you. So I was very fortunate.
Sir, as you told that you had a good support of the family, and once you grew and you did a lot of you just made a lot of stages. So many times we make mistakes, many times we make good decisions. So I'd like to know what the best decision you think that you have taken in your life. The best decision you have taken in life, which you think it was good. Being childhood, being adulthood, what would it be?
I think
I'm just thinking, once the child grows and becomes a chartered accountant or further, a lot of mistakes is done by the persons and a lot of good decisions they take. So some good decisions always keep reminded, oh, this was good decisions. So what such a decision think that you have in your life?
Firstly, as used to happen earlier, but my father was a different person. He never forced anything on me. So I'm 72 today. So when you can imagine almost 55 years ago, or say 52 years ago when I became graduate, so yeah, 52 years ago, I had no knowledge, no understanding about what I do after I become. So I wanted to be a lawyer. The law was something like, looked like a very glamorous profession. So that would be my time at least. But my father told me, if you want to do law, study law. I would not say, but you be a charter. I didn't know what is charter. I said, no internet, nothing. No way to know this. Not even books are there. Which can tell me what is charter. At least I could not access it. There could be, but I didn't know about it. So anyway, I became charter. So my decision which was taken not by me but for me by my father, of making me a chartered accountant changed my life. I started my practice and I was doing reasonably well. But then I also became chairman of the largest cooperative bank, which was a very unique thing because at 33, 34 you don't become chairman of banks. And that was the largest cooperative bank in India, also. So I became chairman and then I got into quite a few of politics. So I entered my practice. I never used to take it from politics. I was not in sitting field, nothing. So I never used to buy my own car. But anyway, so that was, but being chartered accountant helped me. Even when I was running a bank, it helped me when I subsequently I was invited to join politics. All that journey, being a chartered accountant helped me a lot. So I owe a lot to my profession. And I'm very, very blunt and frank about it because it's a honest reality. But thanks to being a chartered accountant, shaped my both thinking as well as my broadened my horizons in a different way. One of the thing about chartered accountants, I don't know now, but at least when I was studying at that time, was looking at a single issue from multiple angles. That I don't know how many other professions besides chartered accountants are trained to be that. See, you have, when you are doing CA, you have to do taxation, you have to know audit, you have to understand something about managing business. So multiple things you have to understand. So, then you understand that holistic nature of your duty. I think, at least in my case, I want thanks to be a chartered accountant.
Sir, as you told that C has become one of your power pillar in your success, and you could do a lot of things due to being chartered accountant because of holistic purposes. Sir, can you say me our audience that the role of chartered accountant in the Viksit Bharat? What are the opportunities, what are the challenges for their professions according to your purposes?
Actually, first you must understand what you mean by Viksit Bharat. We have to actually articulate it better. Because some abstract terms I think I have done something to this, which will not be adequate enough if you are not with some specifics to this idea of abstract. Like for example, if I say I want to be happy in life, everybody aspires to be happy, they have the right to be happy. What is happiness? If I get some money, I become very happy. But I become unhappy because I got that money afterwards. Because somebody comes and fights with me because of that money. And no money I was happier than I start feeling. So, like happiness, these are little abstract. So we have to define what we mean by Viksit Bharat. So if you say that, there are many ways you can describe it. You can say Viksit Bharat means so much of per capita income. But then that poses another question, only per capita income is good. That doesn't mean that the people who are below the bottom of the pyramid, would they also get as well? So you have to think about one, income criteria is one. Second, you can say access to certain amenities that are necessary for life, good education, good healthcare, that could be another way of that. Thirdly, employment. Either employment in terms of jobs with government or private sector or self-employment. So we have to create some sort of a proper understanding. What are those parameters that would go into making Viksit Bharat? Once you define that, then the role of chartered accountants will be more clear. Because once you know the objectives, then to reach the objective, you know the ways of finding out a solution. Now, for example, if you say that I want to bring in, for example, Viksit Bharat, one idea would be to make sure that every citizen will pay income tax. I'm saying just an idea, not saying that it might be not a desirable idea. Let's just give you a Then the role of chartered accountants is very simple. That I want to make sure that I will motivate all the citizens of India to be a taxpayer. And so that we can say. So we first need to define, articulate, and explain in a more simpler way that what is meant by the government. But I forget that part. The mountain and charter accountants are better equipped than many other professions to play a bigger role in nation building. So, because Bharat is an aim objective, but nation building is much bigger vision and all the time it can never be completed. We keep building nation for better. So in that case, charter accountants can play a big role. As I said a little earlier, their ability to look at an issue from multiple angles in itself is a great advantage. Because nation building is not that simple. So you can build roads, but because you build more roads, you have destroyed more trees. So after some time you say, I have a better road to walk, but I know where to breathe. So therefore, if you don't really bring this holistic thinking, and charter accountants can do that better, in my opinion, than many other persons. I'm not saying there are many other individuals who can do better, but now we are not looking at individuals, we are looking at professions. So look at professions. Then, like for example, if there are now in case of doctors, see there are pediatricians, there are orthopedics, there are orthopedics and guys. So they are good in that particular field. But they are not somebody who automatically want a doctor who can look at all my body holistically. Because he cures my ears, but I have a problem with my eyes. If my eyes and ears are better, but my hand cannot write. So ultimately he has to make my body better. So that way, nation building is a body making activity. You have to make nation as a entity, as a body of multiple individuals. How can you make that work in a more optimum manner? So charter can play that role better.
The entire ecosystem can be served by the chartered accountant, and it is specific. It should be totally parameters and each chartered accountant contribute according to their own interest and expertise. Sir, as you are looking after more on the agriculture side, so can I know, sir, how you are interested to make our agriculture more stronger and how agriculture contribute to the GDP of the country and how important it is in agriculture?
Agriculture. See, this is a very important issue. Because firstly, it's a livelihood issue. Without agriculture, those farmers will not survive. But a presumption that because they are agriculture, they survive is also a wrong notion. Because most of the farmers don't make enough money to the farm. So, our main idea should be to make agriculture an economically viable activity. Now, that poses some other challenges. When they try to make it economically viable, then farmers will like to be farmers, then others who are non-farmers will also like to farm. But it's a good activity, business activity. But when I do that, probably the cost of agriculture produce will rise. Why? Because when we are making economic activity, obviously you are making sure that it will be profitable. So we should accept the fact, rest of the non-farming communities, that we have to pay a little more for food, because without food we cannot survive. And farmer cannot survive without agriculture. And we cannot survive without agriculture. Without farmer, agriculture cannot be carried out. So unless we make their lives better, we will not be able to survive. Therefore we should pay a little more for that. Another thing is very important thing, is that for farmer also is a consumer. He also eats the same food that is produced by him. So when the prices go up, we will also feel the pinch. So we will also make sure, because we are trying to make an economic activity, we also realize that I have to make it work in a manner that is going to work. So I think we have to make sure that for agriculture has to be economically viable activity. Whether we like it or not, that is the only solution for India's poverty. That's the only solution for India's prosperity. Because if 60% of people are not making enough money, how can India be prosperous?
Sir, as viewers are also chartered accountant, also students and the stakeholders of chartered accountant. any advice you want to give the young chartered accountant and the students who are the future chartered accountant, future mission building activity involved against this? So, any message or any advice you want to give them?
Yeah, I've said it many times. It's like again, I always tell people that my only advice to you is don't take anybody's advice. And I'll tell you the reason.
That's the best advice.
Don't take anybody's advice. But the reason is, every individual is different. See, I have so many interests, hobbies, capabilities, abilities. He is different than me, but he is not inferior to me. He may have much more than what I am. Like for example, blind person can hear better.
Right.
So blind person cannot see is a weakness. But he has so many other faculties which a person who can see better doesn't have. So therefore, every person is a very distinct individual. So if you are distinct, how can you get a generic advice on issues like that? So first, don't take advice from me. Secondly, if you have chosen a good profession, you will be eventually, I am sure, if you work hard, you will become chartered accountant. It's not easy, but you will become. And it's good that it doesn't become very easy. That's one of the things. When I passed, it was 1%. So it's good that now actually it's 15% or something like that. Still 85% chance that will fail. That brings out the best in you. If there is a guarantee that will pass like SSC result, 95% people pass, then why should you study? Because only 5% chance I will not pass. So I would rather take that risk. So here, good part is that becoming chartered is not that easy. So that brings the best within you. So you are on the right path. Study hard, study more, and not only study. Study is not straightforward. Study is understanding the life. That is very important. If you understand life, that's far more better study than understanding accounts. You have to understand accounts because you are chartered accountant. That's a basic thing that you must know. But besides understanding the technical subject that you are studying, understanding life is far more important. Because the purpose of life is to understand why we are here. I have not done that, honestly. And I lost an opportunity. I'm much older than you. I should have started doing that when I was young. My father always would tell me that. He taught me if Ramakrishna Paramas, Ramakrishna Mission, Vivekananda used to give me books. You know, you'll be surprised, not I'm saying this because I'm in Kolkata. I read a lot of Bengal literature when I was growing up. I don't know Bengali. I studied in Marathi medium, so I didn't even know English. So he used to bring books for me, translate to Marathi, and made me read that. So I had a profound effect on my mind, but I didn't pursue properly the way I should have. But we have an opportunity. I have to understand the purpose of life. I think if you can do that, see, Narendra understood the purpose of life and he became Swami Vivekananda. That change within him happened. That's of course his Guru. And his devotion to Guru is something which is only we cannot even feel how devoted he was to it. His Guru was suffering from cancer. The way he treated it, the way he looked after it, unbelievable. But point is, not everybody has to be Vivekananda. Not everybody can become Vivekananda. And one should not even think because there is only one Vivekananda, right? Only one Ramakrishna Prabhu. There is no two Ramakrishna Prabhus. There may be somebody better or somebody different, but that comparison is wrong. Better or is not a comparison, but there may be somebody different. But Ramakrishna Prabhu is only one. There may be somebody who could be more accomplished, but there are one side is one. So you are also one of them who could become another one of a different kind. So to know that, you have to work on. So try to understand your own self. That's only you can understand that from here.
I think the best advice is not compare yourself and be the specific person for which you have been created by the God of God. So thank you so much, sir. And today we are sitting in the CPE in Kolkata, which is the 4-story building, and with all the state-of-art facility. So those who are leading us, please visit this building and take the benefit of this infrastructure so that it can be one of the best professions in the time to come. Thank you so much for listening to this. Thank you.
फोटो ले लो संदीप, नहीं तो इससे ले लो।